Welcome to Jongelo Entertainment. Here we give you trending news, hot gist, on what is happening in Nigeria, in Africa, and the world in general. We tell you stuff about entertainment, celebrity news, political news, new cars, new clothes, new designer clothing, travel and tourism destination, everything entertainment. Stay glued to Jongelo Entertainment. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell so as to get the latest updates on what is trending, what is really happening, in Africa, in Nigeria, and also the world in general. Today, or yesterday rather, most of us got up and saw WhatsApp, like telling us they'll be on our status. Everybody was shocked, like, what is happening? What is WhatsApp doing on WhatsApp status? I mean, this is WhatsApp, and you want to come to my own status and do what? Well, we will keep you updated on why WhatsApp had to go through that. Yeah. Also, U.S. defense lawyer has dumped Hushpuppi. He has dumped Hushpuppi. He said, I'm tired. I can't do the job for you again. We will also keep you updated on why he did that. And if Hushpuppi will be going for someone else. So we will keep you updated on what is happening, as regards Hushpuppi. Yeah. And also, let us go out from Nigeria to Africa. Countries with largest Chinese debts in Africa. We know what Nigeria is. I mean, we are into debt. We are owing so many countries. The UK, and recently we collected a loan from Brazil because we've been owing the UK, the World Bank, China, Brazil, to name a few actually. So Angola is actually in debt too. They are owing China $25 billion. South Africa, $14.3 billion. Ethiopia, $13.5 billion. Kenya, $7.5 billion. Congo Republic, $7.3 billion US. Sudan, $6.4 billion US. Cameroon, $5.5 billion US. I know most of you will be like, what is happening? He has not mentioned Nigeria. Well, Nigeria is here. We are owing $4.8 billion. We are owing China $4.8 billion. And Ghana too is owing China $3.5 billion. Funny enough, we keep asking ourselves, what are they using this money for? Because we still have bad roads in Nigeria. Our railway lines are not really working. Because recently we heard of what happened along Abuja, Kaduna Way, that a train crashed and all the passengers had to come out of the train. And it wasn't funny for them. Crashed in the middle of nowhere. They were just in the forest there. So we don't even know what they are using this money for. And we've been complaining of light. A friend of mine came from the United States, and he was like, he has been in the States for over 2 years, yeah, and they've never blinked. But in Nigeria, if you stay for 24 hours and you see light for 24 hours, you will ask and say, what is happening? It's strange. And this thing has been happening for decades, since we were born. We were born into this country to shout up NEPA. We are still shouting up NEPA till date. And we don't know, they'll be collecting loans. This money is huge actually, $4.8 billion from China. What did you use the money for? Well, if you know, help us to know. Drop your comments below. We really want to learn. Yeah, Governor Yahaya Bello recently, people have been saying his commissioners have said they want him to run for president of Nigeria in 2023. I don't even know what else to say about this guy. I passed through Kogi State one day. I was traveling to across River State. I passed through Kogi. The road wasn't what I expected. Bad roads everywhere. You can't compare the roads in Kogi State to the roads you have at Ebonyi. Ebonyi State, I mean, the governor of Ebonyi State is doing very well, exceptionally very well. But Kogi State, man, and funny enough, there's this rumor circulating actually that he wants to contest for president of Nigeria in 2023. And this is a hospital in Kogi State, Kogi Hospital of Horror, in quotes, that snakes chase patients from the wards. And not only that, nurses, as a nurse, you have to go to the river to fish water to take care of patients. I would just imagine, how can you fish water from the river to take care of patients? How do you purify the water? Because you can't, okay, imagine someone that came there that, that was admitted, let's put it that way, yeah, maybe due to injury, bleeding. How do you wash that blood with water collected from the river? I mean, I can't even imagine. The water wasn't treated, nothing. You just fish water from the river. Ah, come on, man. What is happening to this country? And this guy, he wants to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What is the way forward for us? What is the way forward for this country? Yeah, funny enough, if you have money, you won't go bad. Elon Musk, the richest man on planet Earth right now. Look at him. Few decades ago, in the 90s, he was going bad. And look at him right now. He's no more bad. The badness has gone. Yeah, if you have money, you can do anything. We can also remember this Manchester United footballer, Wayne Rooney. Yeah, he was going bad, but all of a sudden he went and treated the badness. So if you are bad, you can actually treat it. It's 100% treatable. Yeah. Let us move to to Africa. There's this tribe in Tanzania and Kenya. They call them the Kuya tribe. Women marrying women. In that tribe, as a woman, you can actually marry another woman. They said under the tradition that a woman is permitted to marry a younger woman if she is widowed or her husband chooses to leave her. This means she can keep the family home, which is jointly owned with the younger woman, despite a tribal law which dictates that only males can normally inherit property. The younger woman is then able to take a male partner and potentially give birth to male heirs on the older woman's behalf. Well, it's good news actually, but it sounds funny that a woman is marrying a woman. But according to the explanation here, she doesn't have to pay bride price. I think it's all about bringing the younger woman in as her own daughter. So what is your take on this? Do you have anything similar where you come from? Yeah. Now, we are still in Africa. The least corrupt African countries, according to the Corruption Perception Index. 10 least corrupt countries in Africa. Not that they are not corrupt. It's not like 100. They are not 100% pure, but their corruption index, the corruption perception index in these countries is very low. Number 1, Seychelles. Number 2, Botswana. Number 3, Cabo Verde. Number 4, Rwanda. Number 5, Namibia. Number 6, Mauritius. Number 7, Sao Tome and Principe. Number 8, Senegal. Number 9, South Africa. And number 10, Tunisia. Please, is your country on this list? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell so as to get the latest update on what is trending. And also don't forget to drop your comments below. We really appreciate your comment because we see it and analyze and discuss together. This is a platform for everybody, where everybody is everybody. Yeah. Let us move out of Africa now. Let's go to India. There's this man, he's called Mahesh Savani. He's from India, and he bore all expenses of wedding of 439 girls from all religions. He doesn't care if you are a Christian, a Hindu, a Muslim. He doesn't care. As long as you don't have parents, as long as you don't have a father, rather. Yeah. He did all a father does for his daughter. He really deserves our praise. He did everything a father should do, for a daughter, and his target was for fatherless girls. 439 girls. I mean, the guy did a good job. So if a fatherless girl meets him and says, I'm getting married and I don't have, a father, you just stand in as a father and do everything the girl's father should have done for her. Kudos, sir. You did a good job. We really need people like you in the world in general. Yeah. Also, let's move on to Nigeria again. The Nigerian billionaire, Prince Ned Nwoko. Recently, he said Lala, one of his wives, he has so many wives, and his wives are so beautiful. He has this thing for fair, sleek girls, beautiful ladies. His wife, Lala, celebrated her 30th birthday, that she will be 30 rather in a few days' time, that it feels like yesterday. In other words, she's still very fresh. Yeah. That it has been 10 beautiful years. Amazing how she has matured over the years. In other words, he married Lala when she was 20 years old, and she'll be celebrating her 30th birthday. And this guy is more than 60. Yeah. I mean, he's been marrying young girls. He has this thing for sorry. He has this thing for young, fresh, fair girls. What's your take on this guy? What is your take on Ned Nwoko? And from rumor has it that he might be marrying, someone else, rather another wife, rather, anytime soon. So, what is your take on this Ned Nwoko's issue? So let us move on. Okay, to let's move on to Africa again. There's this tribe, the Maasai tribe. They spit for blessings. The Maasai people can be found in Kenya and the northern part of Tanzania. And these people view spitting as in pouring saliva, as a form of blessing and a sign of respect. The tribe people use spitting to greet or say goodbye to friends, to clinch a bargain, or to wish someone good luck. It's funny. Two friends greeting each other will spit in their palms before shaking hands. Can you imagine? Someone spit on his palms to shake you. Wow. And when a baby is born, that family members will spit on the child to wish him or her a long life and good luck. Spitting is also customary on a daughter's wedding day, where the father will spit on her forehead to wish her a blessed union. Spitting. Wow. Africa is a funny continent. We have so many funny things going on in this continent. Well, that's Africa for you. That is Africa for you. We have this good news too in Nigeria. As you can see from this picture, a mother of 54. She's been married for 19 years. She welcomes a bouncing baby boy. After 19 years, man, wow. And she's 54. I mean, this is like a miracle. It's not like it's actually a miracle. She has passed the bloom of youth. She has, 54. Congratulations to you, man. Congratulations to you. You must have gone through a lot. Man, family members, friends. It's not easy. Congratulations to you, man. Yeah, let's move on, to Africa again. Africa. That Uganda has the highest rate of women-owned businesses in the world. Uganda, they have the highest, rate of women-owned businesses in the world, with about 39.6%. That is good. That is very lovely. Good news for Uganda. And Botswana comes in second place with 38.5%. Ghana is the third on the list with 36.5%. The source of this is came in 2020, according to the Mastercard Index of Women Entrepreneurs, MIWE. Well, congratulations to you. Women are doing good. Though Nigeria is not on the list, we don't know why. But well, we are trying in the country. And funny enough, Nigeria is the most populated country in Africa. Let me give you a list of 10 most populated countries in Africa, and we have more women in Nigeria than men. That is the naked truth. In Nigeria, we are about 206 million. The population of people in Nigeria, 206 million. Ethiopia is number 2 with 114 million. Followed by Egypt. Egypt is number 3 with 102 million. The Democratic Republic of Congo is number 4 with 89 million plus. Tanzania, 59 million plus. South Africa, 59 million plus 2. Kenya, number 7 with 53 million. Uganda, 45 million plus. Algeria, 43 million plus. And Sudan, number 10 with 43 million. According to the World Atlas, Africa is populated, and Nigeria is densely populated. Well, thank you very much for watching Jongelu Entertainment. We hope you are entertained. We hope you've learned something new today, about what is happening in Africa, what is happening in the world, and also what is happening in Nigeria as a country. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the bell so as to get the latest updates on what is trending, what is happening, the latest gist. Thank you very much for watching Jongelu Entertainment. Don't forget, don't leave your house without your face mask and your hand sanitizer. Maintain social distance. COVID-19 is real. Have a lovely day.